Hey VC, it's Jonathan, your cheap and cheerful record collector. Hope everybody's having a great day. It's freaking miserable here in Maine. It's rainy and cold, and it's like hovering around 32. So 1 minute it's raining, next minute it's icing. But you didn't turn this on to get a weather report. So I'm doing something different today on my channel, and I hope this doesn't get me kicked out of the VC. But about a week ago, I was at my local Goodwill and couldn't find any records at all. Nothing was going on. And I happened to glance up at the CDs, that evil thing, and this thing was just winking at me, and I had to grab it. And I bought some CDs this week. I sold all my CDs about over a year ago. Sold everything I had because I hadn't listened to them in 2 or 3 years. I downloaded them all onto the computer and I burned them onto discs. I actually have them, but I sold all the CDs. But I was at the Goodwill, and it was $1, and it was looking at me, and I said, I can't leave it sitting there for $1. So Derek and Domino's, Layla. Oh, and it was $1, and then it was Tuesday, so I had my senior citizen discount, so it was 80 cents. So I couldn't leave it there. And then I started looking at the other CDs, and I happened to also see Room for the Blues, which I hadn't heard before, but it's live, and it's horn-based blues, but good, really good. I enjoyed that. Also there was Michelle Shocked. This is basically a best of CD, which is great because I have 1 or 2 of her LPs. But this gives me sort of everything on there, plus others I don't have on a CD, which is nice. Another one I saw was Hoyt Axton, Lonesome Road. I don't know if you know Hoyt Axton. You probably know him as the father on The Gremlins. He's also a singer, mostly country stuff. However, when I started playing this, it's almost New Orleans, Dixieland jazz/blues. He has a clarinet playing with him, etc. He has a real gravelly voice, which I hadn't heard before. And I really sort of liked it. There are a couple of ones that really don't work. But Poor Man's Blues is great. And Big Red. And Bring Me Some Lovin'. I mean, it's a great little album. For 80 cents. This is good. Bought this for my wife, but actually I enjoy it too. It's actually really good. Rod Stewart. And this is his Great American Songbook, Volume 3. He sings all, Embraceable You, For Sentimental Reasons, Blue Moon, What a Wonderful World, Stardust, It's Wonderful, I Can't Get Started. What I like about it is that he sings it straight. He doesn't try to mush it up. He just sings it straight up, and it's good. I like it. Rod. So now I got to look for the other ones, the Rod Stewart, the Volume 1 and 2. Also, while I was there looking, this jumped out at me. Couldn't leave it sitting there for 80 cents. The B-52s. This is Cosmic Thing. And this is the album that has Love Shack on it. So that was really good. Happy to get that. Today, I went back to a different Goodwill, and because it's Tuesday. And this was there. B.B. King. And this is Reflections. I don't know this one, so I'm going to check it out as soon as I get a chance. Looking forward to that. Also today, I saw this one, Mickey Hart from the original Grateful Dead, Mystery Box. I don't know it, but Mickey Hart can't be bad. Also today, I saw there was, you don't see much jazz. I mean, you see big band jazz, but you don't see real jazz. Well, I consider real jazz. So today, Joe Henderson, Lush Life, on Verve. Really nice. So Joe Henderson plays the music of Billy Strayhorn. Billy Strayhorn was one of the composers for Duke Ellington. Billy Strayhorn actually wrote Take the A Train. Died young, but a great musician and a composer. I bought this one. I haven't heard it yet. Again, it was cheap, so I couldn't let it go. It's from NPR, All Things Considered, and it's music heard on NPR's All Things Considered. The reason I got it is that on here is Guy Van Duser and Billy Novick, who I showed on one of their albums on one of my blind buys, and I liked it a lot. So they have one song on here, so I figured I'll give the rest a try. Picked up this one. This was sealed. I just opened it today and listened to it, and I really liked it. It's called Gypsy, and the guitar player is someone named Jose Lamartine. And if you know the Gypsy Kings, it's that type of music, but without vocals. So, really enjoy that. And then the last one I got today, this was a little more money, but this guy, the greatest guitar player I've seen live. And I've seen Hendrix, Jeff Beck, Jimmy Page, Pete Townsend, etc. But this guy was, when I saw him, you walked out, it was just jaw-dropping. Tommy Emmanuel. This is his album, The Mystery. And this was a great buy. It was $5 less my 20% discount, so it cost me $4. I can't wait to rip into this. If you don't know him, you got to check out Tommy Emmanuel. Amazing guitar, just ridiculous. All right, so I figured I'm done. I'm leaving the store. I glance down and I see something that I used to know, that I used to buy, and things that sort of becoming hot again. I don't know really why. But again, these were $1 each, and they were 80 cents with my discount. I bought some cassettes. First one I got was Linda Ronstadt, Heart Like a Wheel. This, I couldn't believe I saw this there. Spirit, The 12 Dreams of Dr. Sardonicus. Great, great album. This one I picked up just because it looked like fun. Spirit of the 60s. And it's a compilation. People Got to Be Free, Abraham, Martin, and John, things like that. War by Edwin Starr. Time of the Season. Hurdy Gurdy Man. So that was sort of cool. Bruce Coburn, Nothing But a Burning Light. And you always find Jackson Browne, Running on Empty. You find this in cassettes. You find this in LPs. You find this in CDs. I mean, there's no way you don't see Jackson Browne, Running on Empty, no matter where you go. This one surprised me to see, but I grabbed it. Devo. And this is Freedom of Choice. Also, The Kings of Rock and Roll. The Beatles. Rock and Roll Music Volume 1 on cassette. And finally, they did have one jazz cassette, which I couldn't pass up. The Best of Roy Eldridge. And that's on Pablo. So that was my buys for the day. The past couple of days anyway. I'm going to do another video soon of records and new purchases I've done recently. Got a lot to go through, so I got to catch up on that. I hope you enjoyed this quick little video of something a little different. Like I said, I hope I don't get banned from the VC because of it. And until next time, everybody, peace.